Man, this is some crazy shit. Guys, welcome back into another video. It is I, your Lord and Savior, back again with another reaction. Guys, this particular reaction is pretty strange. I don't know where this is going to go, but I do know what the title is. And mainly this is centered around a young lady who apparently was probably going through some stuff and going through a breakup or going through something serious. I don't know yet. But the caveat and the catch to it is the fact that this lady had relationships with men totaling to about 130 men.
What the hell is even that?
Like, it's not like she had it like 130 men over her lifetime. And even if so, it was that. That's a lot of goddamn penis. But what we're talking about is, I think, in a small window that she had these interactions with these men. So we're going to find out. We're going to see what's going on. We're going to see what her story is. And this is done by the duo known as Playback. Guys, y'all check them out. As I said before, when I've reacted to some of their other videos, they had very good content, a lot of good noteworthy things that can be discussed and talked about. So I do like them and I do enjoy them. If you do subscribe to me, guys, I'm a much smaller content creator. However, I will say that they are good to subscribe to as well. So y'all go look at them and check their stuff out as well. But before we get into the video, y'all already know the deal. Guys, if you enjoy the content that is being produced here, I want you guys to go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, that like button on the video, as well as subscribe to the channel. It helps out the channel tremendously and helps us grow and helps us be seen, so I appreciate that. Last but not least, guys, go ahead and share the content as well as hit the notification bell so you guys are up to date and aware and in the loop of anything and everything that's being posted on this channel. So without motherfucking ado, let's do this. All right, y'all. Let's get into this. Let's see what's going on because, man, this is wild. This is wild because the title states that she got depressed and slept with over 130 men. Jesus fucking Christ. Let's see, man.
Started with adult content when I was like 9, 10 years old or something like that. Yeah. So, and I kept getting addicted to it and I like could not stop watching it. And then eventually it got to a point where like I was 19 and I got kicked out of my house because I was like bringing over 6 dudes a night. Like it just was never enough. Enough was never enough. So.
What? Wait, 6 dudes a night?
For like a consecutive week. Yeah. Yeah.
So 7 times 6, dog.
Wait.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Hold on.
Well, 6 times 7 is...
She said, wait, 6 times... Well, I'm thinking a weekday. A week, Monday through
Oh,
Friday.
no. Weekends were my rally days. What do you mean?
Oh.
Yeah. 7 days a week.
Okay, my math needs some work here. Oh, Eric, you're...
I think she has a mental disability. And...
Why you say it like that? I think... I don't know. I mean, we're only not even a minute into it. But I think it goes back to that movie. I forgot what that movie was called, but it was a movie that I think, like, I don't know. One of the ladies from a Tyler Perry movie, the Why Did I Get Married series, who was his wife, she played in it. But it was like, basically, she was like very sex crazed. Like, she always wanted sex. Like, she could never get enough sex, right? Like, but that was due in part from a trauma that she had back when she was a child. Now, in this particular situation, like she said, it started when she was young. So that's what kind of goes into a lot of different other theories, too, that a lot of people are talking about. And that's why it's so important that you pretty much kind of shield kids from a lot of different things that they're subject to. Kids are very malleable. Their brains are very malleable where you can form them and shape them pretty much as you see fit for the most part. Now, certain things are going to come when they get older that they're going to start having realizations about, but for the most part, you're pretty much the guide of that child. So things that they are pretty much subject to or things that they're exposed to can have a very vast effect on their life, which according to her, happened to her when she was around 9 or 10, being subject to a lot of that adult shit, a lot of adult content and things of that nature. So,
Not that uncommon. She's just bold
You don't think
enough.
that's not uncommon?
I think she's just bold enough to. I mean, 6 is crazy, but like.
No, 6 a day for 7 days.
yeah, that's wild.
Yes, okay,
That's
but
pretty
6
wild.
is- But I'm saying.
A little. Oh, man.
I'm saying the high volume. Nobody would admit to it on a podcast, but I swear it's way more common than people say. And then,
You think-
5 years from now, when somebody asks her, she can be like, "My body count is like 4."
So you think the women around there are like, there's like 1 or 2 that are like, damn, that's in my,
Probably not 6
that's
a
in
day.
my range.
I don't know if anyone's matching 6.
6 a day is
crazy.
6 a day is
But,
pretty
like,
egregious.
1 a day for like 3 weeks. I bet a couple of them did that.
How do you fit in 6 a day?
I don't even know. His niggas trying to get down to the
Yeah,
logistics.
because I need to know the logistics as well. Because 6 a day is like, that's premeditated right there. Bro.
So it has to be like
Yeah, 6 a day. 6 a day is
can't
outrageous.
fuck-
It's
You
pretty
might as
fucking
well
outrageous.
just,
In
you
a
might,
day.
you might as just go through a fucking swinger party at that point, dead ass.
6 dudes a night, like at the same time, or like
No.
after the other?
Yeah, one after the other. Yeah.
And how were you meeting these guys?
Usually dating apps. I have like a hard time approaching men. I usually just wait until they approach me. Or I used to like to drink a lot too, so I would go to the bar, drink, and hook up with guys. Yeah.
Okay, so
I mean, I will admit though, at least she's honest about it. At least she's fucking honest about it. Like she said, she doesn't really approach the guys. She just waits for the guys to approach her. And then on top of that, she'll go to the bar and the guys will do a little pickup game. I'm gonna buy you a drink, whatever. She think they're cute. It's on and popping.
sleep with six guys a night. So like, would you slot them in like 7 p.m., 8 p.m.,
Yeah.
9 p.m., 10 p.m.?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
And then I would even.
God
Oh,
damn.
sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'd say I would even like have like my backup guys to where it was like if this guy didn't come tonight, then I would invite this guy, and then if he did come, if the first guy did come, then I'd tell the other guy, oh, I'm busy, like I can't, make it or whatever. So that like
Did you
that
have
way.
did you have a spreadsheet like an
Why is she admitting to all this?
I don't know, because Batman couldn't beat this shit out of me. Like, bro, you cannot get this out of me on a podcast with a mic in front of me. And she's voluntarily.
I like I said, like I just said it. I commend her for the brutal honesty because a lot of women ain't gonna admit that. And like he said, yes, 6 a night is pretty fucking outrageous. However, there are women there that are probably getting, like you said, once a night. It's probably like once a night for 3 weeks. You know what I mean? You get a different dude a night, or at least 3 different dudes in a week. You know what I mean? That's still a lot of fucking guys. So they're not going to admit that, but at least she's bold and brazen enough to be like, yo, yeah, I used to fuck like crazy. More than likely, I don't know if she still does, but I mean, that's stuff that you don't kind of get out of your system like that. And plus, she still looks fairly young, so shit, I don't know.
This, like, volunteering this off information, bro.
Like the honesty
There's
is
just no
refreshing, but like I keep asking her, like,
I
why
ain't
are
hold
you,
you.
why are you saying all of this?
This honesty is not refreshing. You keep this shit to
She
yourself,
cut this
bro.
nigga off at one point.
Yeah,
and
she's
said,
like-
hold on, I got more.
It's like, oh, my bad. Well, you about to ask me something? You're like, no, you go on and finish. All right, cool. So these 6 niggas, bro, right? One right after the other, bro. Timing it out is crazy, bro. Lying to other niggas and be like, actually, you're fine. I ain't got to tag you one today. That's also insane, bro.
Her body count gotta be in the thousands.
I mean, it's
Well, I
not
think
that
it says
insane.
Body count of 130 plus. So,
Bro, if she did
at
one
some
nigga-
point,
I mean, I'll be honest with you. The only thing that's throwing people off is the fact that she's saying 6 dudes a night, right? But the reality and the way she's going about it is how a lot of people operate from day to day. If you're going out on a date, whether you're fucking or you're not fucking, if you're going out on a date, you're going to have those backup people, right? Especially if you're dating. So if you're out there and you're dating, you're not trying to put all your eggs in one basket. You're just trying to see what's out there. Just trying to throw your bait out there and see what catches and shit like that. Yeah, you're going to have multiple different women and shit. And on the woman's side, you're going to have multiple different guys that you're probably talking to. So the mere fact that you have a backup or have people that are slated and slotted in certain time spots is not that fucking crazy. Because folks have done that. Folks do that all the time. They'll meet up with somebody. They'll go get coffee in the morning with somebody from like noon to 1 or whatever the case may be. And then they'll have another afternoon date around 4 o'clock. And then after that, if they're a night hawk, they'll have another date that evening. It happens. Granted, they may not be to the extent of having sex afterwards for each of those meetups, but it happens. So it's not that crazy. Just being honest with you. I mean, you got to realize, too, also, she said 6 guys a day. There's 24 hours in a day. You could easily slot in 6 people within that 24-hour period. It's not difficult. So,
I'm assuming she just stopped.
She probably did it for like a week.
She was like, "This is excessive."
Yeah, for a week she did it.
We'll
and
see.
She was sore. So she had to stop.
Yeah, wouldn't you be sore?
As fuck. Has to be. Unless her shit's like.
Yeah, that is true. She has to have.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, I had to eventually, like, I had to write people's names down because it got like so insane. Yeah.
Okay.
Jeez.
So, what's the most amount of men you've hooked up with in a 24-hour period?
Probably like.
A little closer to
Oh, sorry. Probably, I think 6 is like the most.
6
Yeah.
is the most.
Yeah.
But was that pretty regular to have 6?
That wasn't the regular.
Oh,
no.
that was just okay.
Yeah, that was when I was like, I was like really depressed, and when I'm depressed, like I am going out. Like,
Were you using protection?
no.
No. Okay.
nah, big dog. Hold up. We going into the realm of dirtiness. Don't get me wrong. Does it feel better? Wrong. But you have to protect yourself, especially in that regard. Especially with her. You're fucking that many people, man. That can lead to a big fucking problem, man. Especially you don't know the cleanliness of these people, man. You risking a lot by doing that. You know what I'm saying? You can catch something, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm talking about something that's not curable. You have no clue what's going on. You could have got pregnant. You know, she hadn't mentioned that yet, but god damn. No protection, 6 dudes a night.
What
Yeah.
the fuck is going on, bro?
That's wild.
What is going on,
That's wild.
bro? That is a cesspool of diseases,
I agree.
bro.
That's
You
wild.
tell your therapist that you just.
Yeah, it's wild.
You gotta just keep that
That's
under
insane.
wraps, bro.
Bring that bitch to the grave.
Come on.
I wonder what the other
bro.
women think. I wish they would say something. I know they mean
They,
quiet.
she look at her.
He
She,
said, "Yeah,
she's
take that
depressed,
bitch to
like,
the
damn,
grave."
No protection either. God,
Yeah, I
damn.
wonder if they're like good for you or if they're like, damn,
No,
that's nasty. Which
no,
one?
but they should be good for her because it's empowering, right? If that's what she wanted to do, right?
Bro, that's not empowering. She just said when she.
No, but that's the point,
She
though.
said
That's
she
the
was
argument.
addicted to prawn. She's addicted to sex, and she does it when she's depressed a lot. Nigga, what's empowering?
Well,
about
now
that?
she's admitting
wild.
though that she had
That's
mental
wild.
flaws. Like she's acknowledging. But
That's
the
wild,
theory
bro.
is that as long as you do what you want to do, that's empowering.
I think
she's like-
she's talking about that she's depressed and stuff, because let's just be realistic about this here. She's not somebody that you're going to walk past and she's going to catch your eye immediately. Like you're just out and about and she's going to be a head turner. She's not. Not saying that she's ugly, but I'm not saying that she's also a model. She's pretty average. So what I think personally is I think that is a substitute for her not getting a lot of male attention, right? And I think the easiest way for her to get male attention is by pulling out the pussy first, if you will, leading with that first, rather than actually genuinely trying to get a connection, right? She's probably got depressed. She probably got turned down so many times by other guys, probably people flaking on her. Maybe, hell, she had a boyfriend or two. They probably weren't up to par, up to standard, didn't really give a fuck about her, especially at that young age. And then she probably got depressed about it and was just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just going out here and do me. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get the attention and the validation, not based on who I am, but based on what I have. And I think that's what happened. I really do believe that's what happened.
A little unhinged. I'm not lying.
And you were meeting, you said almost all of these guys from Tinder or dating apps.
Tinder or Bumble. I got kicked off. I got perma-banned off Tinder. They will not have me back.
Okay.
Jesus.
Maybe
Yeah.
for the best.
Yeah, now
Maybe
it is.
for the best?
Obviously, but yeah.
Okay, so.
I think she's mentally not there. I think
Do
she's
you-
not there.
I usually save this question for a little later on in the show, but do you have a sense of how many men you've slept with?
Yeah, it's not. It's honestly, it's not like 300 or anything.
Huh.
It's up like 136, I think.
136. Okay.
Yeah. Which is a lot, but
No.
Yeah,
She's like,
she's like,
damn.
Interesting. Thank goodness it's not in the 300s.
136 is still a lot. 136
Okay, now
is
I
still a lot.
agree with that. There's definitely a girl on there as well that has it's like near there, but they would never say it though. She's probably more
Yeah.
impressed. Like, wow, you actually said your number. When he asked me, I will lie about mine, but man, good for you. Good for you that you got to 130 and you
That's
willing
wild,
to say
bro.
it. Me, I'm gonna lie about mine, but kudos to you. My goodness, like she's playing up
no
the.
funny shit. Like it's hard for me to joke because I actually think she's not there mentally. Like I don't think she's all the way there.
You don't think she is?
I think she's like lacking.
I think she's there. I think she's just willing to be open about it because she knows that's not who she
There's
is.
like you could tell when someone's
I
confident.
think definitely like it's a disconnect there. I think there's something that's deeply rooted, like a problem, an issue, clearly, because I mean that's just not normal. Again, I agree with what they're saying. Like there's probably people there who have a high body count as well. Like it's about, maybe 20, 30 dudes or something like that they went through, but nothing to that degree. So that's why I'm saying the excessiveness of what she is doing clearly shows that there's something there, that there's some deeply rooted issue that's there. So I agree with that. But I also agree that she doesn't really give a fuck. Because if she's able to just express it like that, again, kudos to her for doing that. But yeah.
She's just giving like lack of awareness.
I think it's the opposite. I think she's actually so aware, and she's willing to say this
Yeah.
because she realizes her past. If you don't say this, it means that you're possibly still living in it, and you don't want to admit it. She's done. It's done already.
Bro, she didn't look. Even the way
She's safe.
We're all guessing. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I think she's unhinged. No,
That's how unhinged
I
she
just think
is.
that she lacks like social cues.
I have like a million questions. so
yeah,
I'm
no,
just,
it's
like,
fine.
trying
It's
to-
a crazy thing.
Yeah,
People
that's-
are like, what? Yeah.
Okay, and would you say that what's the most in like a week? Because you said 6 in a day in 24 hours. What
On-
about like a week?
Yeah, on average, it would probably be like if I wasn't like deep into it, like 2 to 3 times a week. But I was also like acting out. Like I would like flash my neighbors and stuff, and like if
So-
I was just like I don't know.
So,
Yeah, you're right. She's done it.
I know.
Yeah, she's somewhere.
She's
Yeah.
not even saying
So-
this like. At
I want to say, like I said, I agree. I think it's both. Like I said, I think that there's a deeply rooted issue that she's not addressing, right? But I also think that she is like, I don't really give a fuck, right? So I'm gonna say it, right? Because she was laughing at it, like, hey, I know it's crazy, but what? You know what I'm saying? Like, she just doesn't really give a fuck of how people's perception of her is, which is a good thing and a bad thing, depending on what you're trying to do in life. Because some things you do want to keep to yourself. Especially if you're trying to, like, let's just say go for like a high-end job or something like that. You don't want to be putting it out there that you slept with 200, 300 fucking people because they're going to think you're a sexual deviant. You know what I mean? So,
At transparency.
Yeah, she's just saying, yeah. Like, not even then, like,
No, yeah,
she
I
was just like, I was acting out. I thought she was going to say, like, I was yelling at my parents, but, like,
'Cause as an
your
adult,
version of
like-
acting out is flashing your neighbors, like, all right, come on, you about to be packed up, bro. Come on, come on.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't want nobody flashing me
Yeah.
randomly.
Especially
pretty wild.
if I just saw Jeremy, Jared, Billy, Mike.
On campus, you could probably get away with it.
She's doing it at her parents' house, though.
Yeah, if you do that in a civilian neighborhood, you're a threat.
she was lacking attention,
Yo,
man.
you don't know who's
she's
gonna see it.
she's a lacking
I
attention.
feel like this could help people, so I get like weird talking about it, but I feel like if I talk about it, the people, yeah.
She's
yeah.
aware.
So okay, how much
Sorry.
per week though? Or sorry, what was the most in a week?
Probably like 2 to 3.
Well, no, but you said there was 6 in the night.
Yeah, but on average, it was like 2 to 3 per
What's the
week.
most,
Two to
though?
3 new guys hooking
Yeah,
up with per
but
week.
like for a consecutive like 1 to 2 months, it was like
But is there one week where there was just like you went on a tear and it was like 20
Yeah.
dudes?
yeah.
Do you know how much the most in 1 week?
Man.
Like 30, 20, 20, 30.
Not 20 to 30. It's probably like 8 to 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
8 to 10. So that one, the 6 in the night, that was just, you
Yeah.
went hard.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
went hard.
I went ham.
Okay.
So I acknowledge she did say this. She said she normally did 2 a month.
That's
So
crazy.
I see what you're saying now. I see what you're saying.
Yes.
Now. I see.
I'm
I
telling
mean,
you,
I see what you're
there's
saying.
at least 2 people on that panel that
Who
have mastered.
does all of that? Okay.
Yeah,
I see.
they
I see what you're saying, but they just will never.
That's
ever.
what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, they ain't gonna admit that.
honesty is a little refreshing.
I see what you're saying.
Not
Yeah.
I
that
see what you're saying.
we need to be celebrating it, but
No. But I do see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because we playback just FYI, we always had this conversation about when you on campus, how many times you fucking. I'm like, that sounds like a lot, but
and it's
she's
it's
saying 2
exactly
a
how
month.
she explains it.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
just get drunk and don't give a fuck.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not even a woman. I think that's scary.
No, that's insane to me.
Yeah, that's like I didn't like.
That's insane,
You
bro.
at like
No,
random
that's
niggas'
right.
homes you
Yeah,
don't
that's
know,
insane.
bro. Like
That-
I'm
that's
not gonna lie,
wild.
like there's a lot of people that
That's
put
wild.
themselves in like crazy situations, and they
That's
know
fucking
it's
wild.
crazy in the moment, but they realize how crazy it is
Afterwards,
after the moment,
yeah.
bro. It's
Yeah,
like
that's
Yeah,
crazy.
no, that's
fucking
pretty
crazy.
insane, bro. Also, 2 a month. Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
What about in the month? What's the most in a month? Most men you've hooked up with in a month?
Probably like, I don't know, like maybe like 20. Yeah.
20? Okay,
Yeah.
got it. And so you said you're meeting
20
most of
dudes
these
in
men
a
from
month.
dating
That's
apps.
crazy, bro.
What was your procedure?
Jesus.
Like, would you kind of make the move? Because typically women don't need to make the move, but I mean to do 6 in the night, you're gonna have to put in some initiative.
Yeah, I would. And
100%
I
she
like
would.
on
She
app.
put her double figures, Marcel. This was you. She sent the emote off the rip.
I about to say yeah.
She sent
Yeah.
the emote. She let the nigga
Yeah.
say hi and shit like that.
She
And then
said,
she
"Here's
was
the
like,
time."
Yeah, she definitely,
Yeah, fact,
she
100.
definitely, she insinuated a lot of it. Absolutely. Why? How was she not? Be honest with you. I mean, again, I'm glad that she's talking about it, but he's not. I've seen clips of his podcast before. The guy that on the whatever podcast. I've seen clips before, but he doesn't really ask the legitimate questions or give pushback on it. Not saying in this particular case he needs to give pushback to her, but it's one of those things to where like you can kind of move on from the question. And the reason being is because if she's already told you like, hey, I've done about, 6 dudes a night or whatever, you can kind of do the math a bit and kind of understand like, okay, maximum in a month's time, she probably did about 15 to 20 guys. Like that's kind of mathematically possible to just kind of put that out there since she's giving you the basic information to kind of go with. So you can pretty much kind of assess the rest of it. So I think he should just move on from the question. Just being honest, that's just me. We already see what she does. Move on from the questions. Ask a more pertinent question, in my opinion. So
100%.
That's all she did.
You can't have 20 in a
Come
month,
on.
and come on, bro. She was efficient.
She was definitely efficient.
yeah,
right to work,
absolutely.
man.
Like that's obvious.
Hey, time.
You know what I'm saying?
6 bet.
And a
Hey,
horny nigga
7.
on Tinder's not
Yeah.
gonna fucking sit there and be like, you don't want to get to know me first? You
Yeah,
be like,
no,
oh,
no.
hell yeah, bro. Where we linking? At
I
your
ain't gonna lie
crib?
though.
Wait, we going to your crib?
I ain't gonna lie. At some point, I'll be like, damn, tonight? Shit, I guess. Damn, 2 hours? I guess. Damn, your crib? No protection? Trying to rob me, boy. There's no way.
Yeah.
You're telling me to come over the next 2 hours at your place, no protect. Come on, nigga. You trying to set me up. There's just no
Yeah.
way, bro.
Average,
Yeah.
I was getting rejected probably more than the average woman because I was like putting myself out there.
All right.
But
Niggas, we got some standards, dog.
it's like being a woman, it's very easily accessible. Men
Sure.
are just looking to have sex. So it was like I didn't really have to reach out most of the time.
Okay,
Yeah.
so during your peak, would you say that if you were so inclined, you could almost any given night you could guarantee get a guy?
Yeah.
Like if you really wanted
Oh,
to,
obvious.
you could
Obviously,
have sex
bro.
with a new guy.
Yeah, especially if I went to the bar. Mhm.
If you went to the
Exactly.
bar,
Yeah.
for
If
sure.
you go
Okay.
out, you can't miss. If you want to, bro,
Yeah,
it's like
obviously.
a layup. You kind of have to be Brandon Knight to blow it. It's lays. The only reason you didn't fuck is because you didn't want to that night.
Right.
I don't go.
Especially with her. Because like I said, especially with her, I mean, she's not an ugly chick. She's pretty average, but she's not ugly. She can easily attain and get a guy who's willing to fuck. Easily. That's what I'm saying. The questions he's asking to me are pretty obvious questions. Like, you don't really need to ask that. You can kind of tell from that. You already know that she was the one kind of initiating it as well. She was pressing the issue, of course, as well. You know what I'm saying? Because she has to do that because women have the access and control the access to sex. So, of course, she was kind of initiating, kind of throwing things out there for the dude to go ahead and kind of take the bait on it and be like, okay, yeah, sure, let's go. Let's roll with it. Like he said, meeting up, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? And you know, based off of that, it's easily attainable for a woman to get sex from a guy. Easily attainable. So why are you even asking that? You know, of course she could easily, if she wanted to, she can easily go home with a new guy at night. Easily, bro.
Drink, so just FYI.
No, it's
So
not
I
even
never-
about them being drunk. They can all be sober, and she would still shoot.
No, but what I'm saying is, I
98%.
don't know that environment, so I have no idea what
Me
they be
neither.
doing.
I've never been to. I've never. Man, I don't go out, but you don't hear stories from people, bro. I'm not.
Oh, yeah,
I've
no,
been
no,
to
I-
I've been to
I'm
a
not in
bar,
those
but
environments.
it's
First of all, you know most niggas is horny enough to just say yes,
Yeah.
and that's at a like. Man, I was,
Hey, nigga,
That
niggas
is-
definitely quick to say yes,
that
dog.
is anywhere, bruh.
Especially if you a dude and you've been shooting your shot for quite a while, and
Yeah.
somebody give you a layup, like you gonna turn out a layup? Like imagine you and a nigga having an off night from the
I'm
field,
not gonna
bro.
lie, she could
Yeah.
be a 3, bro. And if it's been a while for you, you're
Yeah.
You
absolutely,
definitely gonna go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
you
shooting,
gonna
man.
go.
You flip a coin, fuck it, I'll do it.
At some point, you be like,
Yeah.
damn, somebody looking.
And that applies for all of them. I think all of them. I think that applies for all of them. If they
Yeah.
at any point, if
So
they wanted
you
to,
think that all of them
Could get it.
had a point in their life? They probably still do, but had a point in their life where they were definitely pushing the button to see how easy this is.
No, if they wanted to
Yeah.
go out tonight and fuck, they could. All of them, 100% of them could do it.
But do they do it though?
I would hope not, but that's not what the.
No, I
point
mean
is.
not right now, but at
Yeah.
some point you think in their life they
Nah,
definitely do.
I don't
Yeah.
think most people do that.
Not most, but somebody else on
I think
there.
a good percentage of people just spam it, and that's like. I think it's kind of like me with food. When I didn't have a lot of snacks growing up, and then
Yeah.
I went to university and
You were
nobody
like,
could tell me no, nigga. I had all the
"Say
snacks. I had all the
less."
snacks, bro. So I think some people kind of just lash out. Most of the time, I see it from like people who have really strict parents, but also just like most niggas just go to university to not learn. They go to fucking have fun, go to parties
Yeah,
and shit.
pretty
join
much.
sororities and fraternities.
A lot of
Just
these
like,
universities
nigga, I
and
know
a lot of
people
that stuff,
would get
man, they
drunk on
teaching you
Wednesday
shit anyway.
And then get drunk on Thursday because
Just being
there's nothing
honest.
special on campus. So you get that shit for cheap. And then they would obviously get drunk on Friday. You definitely can't stay on Friday unless you're lame. And then Saturday, nigga,
Yeah.
there's no school the next day, drunk on Saturday. And they would think about whether or not it was okay to get drunk on Sunday, knowing they had class on Monday, but they would definitely get drunk on Sunday. And they would walk in late to class on Monday. And they dropped out in a year.
And was this all in, you said you're from Oregon?
It was in Olympia, so I moved because like
Washington.
yeah,
You moved because why?
because like I was like hooking up with like everybody in the area, and then eventually like I literally like was out of control, and then eventually my best friend. I think she's watching right now.
Yeah.
But I knew it was out of control when like I accidentally, like I didn't know about it, but I hooked up with one of the guys she was talking to, and she like told.
I mean, it's bound to happen. I mean, let's just be honest with you. I mean, it sounds crazy, but guys, on a matter of probabilities, we have to use simple deduction skills. On a matter of probabilities, if she's hooking up with that many guys every day, and let's say she stays in a fairly decently small town of Washington, you're going to pretty much run the block. You're going to run the field, especially if you're constantly doing this. It's going to happen. And if it's different guys every night, it's going to get out that you're easy. It's going to get out that, hey, if you want a quick fuck, talk to her. Talk to Cheryl. She'll fuck you. You know what I'm saying? It's going to get out like that. So it's just one of those things, like, that's just what it is. So.
Told me about it, and I felt horrible. Like and then it really like that was like my bottom, and it really hit me that it was like this
Oh, that's
behavior
your
is, like, out of
bottom.
control for me, and I need help. So I went to rehab in Los Angeles.
Okay,
I'm telling
did
you,
the-
I think she's unhinged, bro. Like I don't
No,
know.
but she is what she went to rehab. And people who go to rehab, they'll tell you all their stories. If you ever met a nigga who been to rehab, they'll tell you every story there is about the sins or the things that they used to do.
Yeah.
They had to go to rehab.
Yeah, it makes sense now because of the simple fact that in rehab, like he's saying, they teach you in rehab to open up anyway. So that's why she's so comfortable with doing it, because in rehab, they're telling you like you're sitting in front of a group of people. That's probably a very similar setting like the podcast. So she's very comfortable with sharing all this information with everybody because she's already done it probably multiple times with the group that she was in rehab with. So it makes sense.
for. There's stories on the internet all the time about people go to rehab. Man, I was down bad, man. I was smoking crack, sucking dick. I was missing payments. I couldn't pay my light
That's
bill.
crazy.
Couldn't pay my car note. So I was sucking dick on the side to make some money. Like they'll tell you all that because in their mind it's like it's done now. It's over. That was back in my past. I'm now rehabilitated, and
Right.
that's not me no more.
Right.
But and furthermore, it will let them know like I don't think she unhinged.
Right.
She just went to rehab, bro.
Bro, she's on.
I-
She's like,
See, I'm telling you, she's like rehab. Okay. She's doing a marketing
But I
ploy to
think-
convince her to go to rehab,
look,
nigga.
she at least acknowledged that she had an addiction.
But that's
Yeah.
what niggas in rehab do. I was
wonder-
addicted.
I wonder what you do at rehab for sex addiction.
Ooh.
They probably just lock you in there.
That's
Don't-
all rehab,
Don't touch
though.
yourself for 24 hours.
No, that's crazy.
Now, what
You
do
think
you-
they got cameras?
in the rooms?
Yeah, they figure out you touch yourself.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. That'd be crazy.
How would they know?
That'd be a severe privacy violation.
Because if
They probably do though. They
addicted
probably
to
do,
something, I don't
especially
even know
like if
what
it's
they
like
want
one of those rehabilitation centers. They need to keep an eye on you. So the best way to keep an eye on you is to have a camera in there. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have camera in like, of course, like when you're bathing and shit like that. 'Cause that's just wild. But if you're in a room, yeah, they gonna have cameras on you.
That's a good point because you can't get drugs into
Exactly.
like a detox rehab.
Yeah.
But you could bring vagina into it.
You just beat your meat. If you're
Yeah.
addicted to
Yeah,
porn
like
or
if you
you're
bring your
addicted
vagina,
to
you have your vagina. You can just use your vagina.
yeah.
Huh? I didn't think about that.
That's what I'm saying.
I have no
bro.
idea, man.
I will give her that she did admit that she was depressed. When she did admit she was going through things. And that's the first step to acceptance, man. That's the first step to changing your path, man. She
Yeah.
did rehab for it.
Yeah.
Getting dick down so much that you're like, I need rehab, is like, that's pretty crazy.
I mean, 6
That is
years
pretty
is
wild.
rehab.
That's
Yeah,
wild,
you gotta
bro.
chill out, bro.
Alright, if a nigga jerked off 6 times in a day, I'd say get rehab.
That is true. Like,
So if you get fucked 6 times in a day,
yeah, we
Yeah.
might have to, you have to have an intervention. Like, all right, guy, come on. I done heard you beat your meat about 6 times yesterday, bro.
what's
Come
more
on, bro.
disturbing
6
than you
times
doing
is
that
extreme.
is you feeling comfortable to tell millions of niggas you did that.
Right.
Because I'm telling you, because she's been rehabilitated,
She's
bro.
unhinged, bro. This woman is
No,
unhinged.
I don't think she's unhinged.
She's
I think
unhinged,
she's
dog.
been rehabilitated. She has changed her life, and
She's
proud of the
unhinged.
progress that she's made, and she wants to tell everybody.
Wanna tell the world,
so
man.
much so that she literally saying, "This is what I used to do." So look how much I've grown. That's what she's doing
She
right now,
would have just
bro.
said
Yeah.
that. She didn't say
But
that.
she did. But she did say that. She said, "I hope this helps somebody." So that's why she's telling her story. So she did say that. So
You were giving her way too much credit.
Bro,
She didn't say none of that. She got a kick out of telling niggas her story because niggas' jaws drop when they hear how many niggas she fucked.
But she's proud of
No,
it. Like
I don't
that
think so.
used to be me, nigga.
she didn't say that. You put yo. You
No, but what I'm saying is when she said I went to rehab, she ain't got to say it word for word, but I'm telling you that's why. If she was still doing that shit right now, she'd be lying.
Yo, bro.
If she didn't go to rehab, she'd be lying.
If
If
that-
she had demons in the closet, she don't want nobody
if
to know
he
about it,
didn't
bro.
ask
Come
17
on.
follow-up questions to get his little juicy content,
Face
she
ass.
would not have brought up rehab.
Yes, she would have. That's the punchline.
Bro,
Rehab.
I know you talk to
Say
niggas
it.
in rehab, so you think everyone's like that, bro. She could just be unhinged. You were giving her so much credit. She did not at any point try and
I don't
deliver a
think
message
she's
to improve
unhinged,
the lives
dude.
of nobody. She was just telling a story. That's
telling
all she
you,
did.
I'm telling you,
Bro, you were
bro.
giving her hella credit.
I'm telling you what it is, nigga.
Alright, bro.
Y'all let us know in the comment section below. Is she just unhinged?
I don't
or
think
she's
so.
a product of rehabilitation, bro. I'm telling you nigga, what it is. I'm telling you, bro. She proud of her growth, man.
Hey.
Also, let us know your body count down below, bro. How many times you fuck men
No,
or
you
women
don't
in a
have to
day?
let us know.
Let us know the number, bro. Biggest number gets pinned at the top of the comment, bro. Peace.
But no, like I said, I think it's both. I think it's a bit of both. I think that she was telling her story to help somebody because she did make the comment of saying, "Hey, I hope this helps." But I don't think she's unhinged. Like that's a bit much. But I do think back in that time she was, and she felt the need to have to go to get help because she felt like, damn, I'm doing all this sucking and fucking, doing all this crazy shit, and then I didn't hurt one of the people that was closest to me because she was looking at this guy as some ideal candidate. And here I go fucking it up for her. I think it's a bit of both. I think it's a mixture of a lot. But again, I do believe that she, was bold and brazen enough to do it. And I respect her to tell her story. I really do. Is it a lot of goddamn bodies? Absolutely. But hey, if she's changed and says she's changed, man, that's good enough for me, I guess. But the main takeaway from this, guys, is that, man, what it is and what it boils down to is that this is not the only case that this happens. A lot of women go through this, and a lot of women have these particular issues. And it's one of those things to where it is good enough to talk about it, but you got to understand that it's very, very easy for women to access the sexual marketplace when it comes to men. Because they control the access to it. So they can easily attain men by the buttloads, as she did. So it's one of those things to where, guys, you got to be careful out there. There's men and women both. Especially with her having all of that intercourse and all of that action with all of those different guys and not using protection either. That's a cry for you're trying to cause worst case scenario. Getting pregnant by multiple people, having different baby daddies, getting diseases, getting things that are curable and non-curable. It's very, 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 very important that you do protect yourself, especially if you're going to be going to that extreme with it. Now, again, that's not normal. That is of the minority. You know what I mean? That is an exception for sure. But it's still kind of fucking crazy. And it's not that she's the only one. There were women on that panel who probably didn't go to the excess of 130 guys, but they up there in like the 50s. They up there in like the 60s. Definitely in the 30s. They up there. So we not going to act like they not there. That's what they just, again, they didn't say anything. But she was comfortable enough sharing it because the space probably felt comfortable like a rehabilitation center because everybody's in a circle. Everybody's telling their own stories and their own opinions. And she felt comfortable enough to share that with people. I hope it does help people. And I hope people do see that shit because that shit is wild, bro. Anyway, guys, that is the video. So you guys comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on that. Let me know if that was definitely excessive, or let me know if you think what she did was the right amount of people and she had the right to keep going and keep doing whatever the fuck she wanted to do. Let me know down below. I'm very interested. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to bid you guys adieu. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.